Princeton's all-time leader in faceoffs, won. Here is Kabiri, Ivy League leader in a 6 in blue, Alex Ross. That shot missed. And
from an offense and defensive perspective,
Dunphy feeds in front, and a big first save from Penn State quickly into its attack. Ross puts one on Cage and scores! Alex Ross gets the Nittany Lions roaring early.
From Powell, Ohio, freshman goalie Preston Hawkins is now battle-tested. Struggle. Princeton puts the pole on Wallstrom. Luke Wallstrom, 21 in blue.
Championship. Wallstrom down the alley. Lehman left hand free. 2-0 Penn State.
Another layer of a Jeff Tambroni, John Haas offense is multiple.
That job, well, here we are now. He's made 3 championship weekends with 2 different teams.
That one hits the pipe. Rebound loose in front. A lot of blue.
Point. Princeton will want to run.
Princeton on the board with its second midfield. That's Jake Vanna, his 17th of the season.
Little juice on the Tigers sideline. The sophomore from Massachusetts. He's
perfect on faceoffs, 4 for 4. Kabiri whistles it high.
That 2000.
Dunphy over to Kabiri.
He's got a real clean.
Palumbo against Costin. Lost it. Absurd. Skirting wide. Chase Robertson, the wing dodge, dumps it behind the cage. Iantuano. Vanna gets it back on the give and go. Hawkins, a stop. Team's leading goal scorer despite missing 5 games. That one too high from left hand free. Missed the cage. Iantuano the backup. Beard. All the way to the cage. Turned away.
It's just not optimal.
Especially against a team like Princeton. Lehman. Missed the cage. Lehman with a... Robertson, the right hand free, and he scores to make it 3-1. For a long time, Jeff Tambroni stayed away from the transfer portal. He softened his stance there.
And he found an alpha, a slasher of a midfielder in Chase Robertson, who spent some time at Utah. This is a guy, this is good news because he shoots 23.
There's Kabiri, shoots low. Back up.
Goals in games.
There's Wade. Right on cue, Quint.
It's the two-handedness of Wade, and he could care less if it's a short stick or a pull on him. It's go time.
Had the opener against Marist on a similar alley dodge. That
could be the matchup.
Quickly with Dana.
Yeah, I just spoke
with the interception. Here's Penn State, that crisp ball movement.
Nice.
Palumbo at the end of the symphony.
That's what they do this season. They are lethal, running from defense to offense.
Jackson Green anticipated that.
But has emerged as a 20-goal scorer as a 5th year.
They'll need him today with no...
Wow, and somehow it goes in. Considine stayed with it. And no flag.
This is one where I think members of both teams, fans, benches are kind of looking around for a call.
Violations, but Penn State can roll 2 guys out.
And both. Palumbo hisses it high.
2-man game.
Now Green trying to get to the sideline. A chance for Princeton unsettled. Miller. The Tigers carved it up.
Again, I don't zone Princeton's first midfield.
At 58%. Dunphy looking for a cutting Palumbo.
It was 14%.
Falone. In face-off prowess. Tucker Wade buries his second of the day. And Princeton back to even at 4-4.
Little hammer time. Prior to that rip, Princeton was shooting 3 for 20.
You know, that was Princeton's first game after a rough win in that series until recently.
Bounce shot and a goal. That's Colin Burns. It's his 30th of the season, and Princeton now has 4 30-goal scorers on its roster.
Tigers on a 4-1 run. Barbecue Burns from Washington, D.C. He's a really smart game yesterday.
Wade skips it offline. His round pick in the PLL. Now gets the shorty on the switch. Reynolds spinning around. Fires and scores! He put his defender in a blender.
Watch how he creates space, Quinn. With that roll and the change in direction, he goes a little bit north to let this thing fly. Watch the space here.
He's setting up his righty rollback. Setting up his righty rollback.
Successful offensively now is above the goal. So much of their...
Palumbo behind the back pass. It's coming.
Madeline's on the field, wants a timeout. Look at him, he's past the 40-yard line.
But Robertson scores. That's 2 for Chase Robertson. And Penn State gets one back, and Madeline is livid.
Coach Madeline sensed chaos. He runs out onto the field 10 yards past the midfield line in front of Penn State.
Beard shoots on the run and beats Chronic upstairs.
Ouch. That's vicious. This kid has had quite a postseason, both in the Big Ten, against Army, super fast, he's two-handed, likes to pump fake, but man, the acceleration is first class. He's a red.
Lehman, left hand free, and he beats Chronic over the shoulder. Kyle Lehman with his second goal. He's got 3 points, and it's 7-6.
To your point, they won the category, Penn State, of the Jekyll and Hyde team of the year. When they were popping, and Kyle Lehman and his behind-the-goal presence with Jack Antoine.
Keenan is down on the far side, 15-yard line. Trailer, Wade measures, face dodge, runs out of an angle, lost the ball.
Like, everyone's pretty close together. Those injuries can be a differential to swing the margin. Just
consistency late in the year. Ferrone hits the pipe. It could have been feet in front, and Waters slips it through.
Look, I can tell you why. Their save percentage against Nova was 37%. Against Navy, it was 43%. Against Michigan, it was 44%. Today, Preston Hawkins has had 60%. If he gets there, they can win a national championship. During your chemistry.
Kabiri to the crease. Malkiel. The goal is good. The native of Portland, Oregon, with his 12th of the year.
Stops a 4-goal Penn State run. Kabiri's eyes.
Here is Beard with that great first step.
This kid's are different now, Clark.
Another save for Hawkins, denied
for the outside shot.
You see Costin back in there. Wade, the lefty hammer. A hat trick for Tucker Wade.
Conceptually, you're backing in, you're saying take the outside shot, and then a guy like Tucker Wade kind of blows that strategy up right in your face.
The biggest misconception is
the Bartolomeo brothers out there on Penn State's rope unit. Working on Miller. Miller and Green. Princeton's fierce at their pace. Good look there for Dunphy. Lino, the game winner in overtime. And then Loyola in 1999. Palumbo, feet in front. Robertson hits the side of the net. Kabiri, Palumbo gets free of the Bartolomeo and scores. Palumbo puts Princeton back on top.
The goldfish mentality. ability. You think about it for like
The way they do, this could be danger zone.
it is zone defense for Penn State.
Stays with the matchup. Matthews gets sandwiched. Shot score. A Bugs Bunny changeup past Craddock. A flag at the end of the play. Tied at 9 late in the third. Tucker Reynolds with a shot from the outside. Hawkins has set
For the Nittany Lions.
State using the sub game. Robertson launches and connects. A hat trick for Robertson. Penn State on top.
You talk about well coached. Why is Jeff Tambroni a successful coach? Situational awareness, complementary lacrosse.
Now Lehman. Matthews doubled. Considine from the wing.
He's one of their faster players.
He lost it. Made some plays. A chance for the Tigers. And it's the shorty who gets the goal. Quinn Kramer with his 4th of the season.
Jackson Green has a pair of pick sixes in this game. The junior out of Rochester, New York, has been a catalyst twice for clean steal.
Wade with a bouncer. Did Hawkins get a piece?
Play for Chad.
Palumbo goes high. Hawkins vetoes. Ross, the backup, Penn State afternoon. Palumbo gets to the left hand. Very little on it. Costin. He's played some since, but has not been a factor. The top pick in the PLL draft. Kabiri got free. Had a look. Wade, too high. There's a look for Dunphy. Princeton takes the lead.
Quinn, you mentioned he's been quiet, but when you talk to Matt Madelon, he will tell you over a 4-year period, no one has grinded it out.
Face off one by McMeekin. Turbos to the cage and scores! 14th career goal from McMeekin. And Princeton leads by 2.
That one hit different.
Kakami is trying to catch his breath.
Getting the pick from Beard. Iantuano turns the corner. Craddock gets a piece. Reynolds works on King. Flips it back. Going low for the goal. Tucker Wade with number 4.
Reynolds will zigzag here. And Wade almost looks like he's going to set a pick, but then he just kind of slips it and curls to his right hand. And he put
5 on the season from the midfield. Tried to bayonet through the defense. Lost. Here's a chance. Saved by Hawk down.
Free play.
Lehman puts it on Cage. Craddock the save. Penn State presses out. Hawkins, the goalie, out of the cage. Miller puts it into the empty net. The final dagger. It's 14-10.
That is Miller time for Princeton.
And the Tigers charge into championship weekend.